Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacob Rodop, and I'm here with one of my three friends, um, Anthony Denerin, Tube Whistle, and Goose Patel. We're all new anchors, so we're all news anchors. When we make newses, they can help us. So, we're here today doing a life lesson to you guys, and so we're talking about an anger management, where you might feel angry, and you are. So you're talking about anger management, and this is when we have to learn all about angers and helping ways to cope skills. And this is like from when you feel like angry and grumpy and frustrated and disappointed. You may feel one of those. And this is one of the items, some of the things we use to do this. So toot. One of the classes from Keystone Middle School is an ESY. Has a feeling flips. It's actually a flip book. You can target this in fine motor skills. You can do this in speech language skills, and what you do. So it has all the different feelings. See if you look at the screen, you can see all these feelings. Worried and tired, nervous, embarrassed, sad, excited, scared, angry, silly, disappointed, happy, confused, all this stuff. So on the front, you will see it has a information. It has a feeling word, like the word says angry, and in the back of the page you will have to actually flip it. When you flip it, it says, when I feel angry I can, and those are the 5 things you can do. We do in a classroom, we do have a work center, a feeling center, calm center that they can use to calm down, and like doing something like that, but I'm not sure. So we're here talking about anger management, and at the end we will talk about angry and what we can do to help us feel angry, all that stuff. So once again today we're gonna doing anger management. We will learn all about anger, and healthy ways to cope with us. So what we will talk about today is we will be talking about the definition of anger. We will be talking about anger buttons. Let's see. Do you guys want a copy? Sure. Yeah, we'll get a copy. Thank you. Oh, yes. So thank you so much. I always wanted it. So, and then we will talk about good or poor ways to cope with anger. Versus poor ways. Something you do good versus something something is bad. And we will talk about the 3 anger rules. Anthony's going to talk about the anger definition. You guys are going to have to listen. It's our morning show's audios only. So we're going to go over that. And students will be getting a worksheet, and teachers will be getting a slideshow. So we will share this to you guys. So what is an anger? So you guys can follow along. I read. Yeah. So anger is a feeling that you guys can. So you got. Sorry, I'm gonna use this. Anger is a feeling you get when someone has done something wrong to you. When something you don't like it's happening to you. So like anger is a feeling you get when someone has done something wrong to you, or when something happens that you don't like. So it's kind of when you feel that way, and you might understand this. Jacob is going to have. And then Yeah, so getting angry is not a bad thing. So it is a natural, normal feeling that everyone experiences. Not all students. So it's actually students with ADHD, and honestly for autism, you gotta know what they feeling. So these kids gotta know what they feeling. It's okay that they don't know. And it's the important thing is to learn how to cope within healthy ways so that it doesn't hurt you and the other people the right way. And it's excited. And the first top, if you look at the paper, students will be seeing a article, but it's actually in the same time as the slideshow does. So now we're going to talk about anger buttons. Before you learn about these healthy ways to cope with your anger, so we're going to talk about something which is called anger buttons. So, Goose, thank you. So, anger buttons are something, so it's called triggers. Sometimes they're called triggers, sometimes you call it triggers, sometimes you call it anger buttons. And there are things that help you that cause you to feel that you're really mad at something. I mean, it could be like something that causes you to feel it. So, what are we thinking? Yes, so here are some examples. Our anger button for you. Before we are going over, I want you to take around 5 seconds, no, 10, 20 seconds to let your students discuss this. So pause the video and talk to your so teachers, if you're watching this, pause the video and talk to your students about examples of anger buttons for you. And we'll wait. Yeah, so pause the video and hit play when you're ready for any certain sentence. Okay, do we have any? I think so. I think it's on a slideshow. You can actually, Jacob, I think it's on a, yeah. So, some examples that you might is someone takes your things without asking. You should ask before before you take those things. You will have to wait for a long time before it's your turn. So, if it's somebody else's turn, you wait. You get a bad grade on a test or quiz, please do not get bad grades. It's okay. You can try your best. You're not allowed to play with your friends. Just in case friends are not there for you. Someone calls you or a family member a name. So, I do know. Someone breaks your things. That can make you feel angry. You get blamed for something you didn't do. Absolutely, we do not want to do that. Do not blame on someone that you just didn't do. I mean, this is it's not right. A player on another team is cheating. Please do not cheat. It is violations. Yes, Goose. And you will have to clean your mess. You didn't make it. You have to stop doing the activity you're enjoying. So on your worksheet, students, in your worksheet, you're going to tell what are your 5 top, you're going to write down what are your 5 anger buttons. You can rewind the video and you can pause it. If you're going to pause the video for 5 seconds and then you're going to play it back to talk about our next one, which is called anger and bodies. Okay, so now we're going to talk about is anger in our bodies. Those are some things that you can do to calm you down. It's some ways to cope on them. So Jacob is going to start. Yep, so anger in our body. So when you get angry, you can feel it in your body. You can feel it in your heart. I mean, around your face and your brain. And you can feel anger in your headache, when your face turns red, when your palms get sweaty, your clenched fist, your pace is walking around, your heartbeat is going faster, your stomach getting nausea, and breathing harder if you and tense shoulders. And the question I was going to ask you is, where do you feel anger in your body? So I want you to pause the video for 5 seconds, for a little bit, for like around a minute, and you can play when you're ready for your after the class discussion. And so Jacob is going to ask about coping with anger. So Jacob, thank you. So coping with anger is in a good way or a positive way, means that you're responding in a way that helps you and others feel better about this situation. So that's the good thing. But coping with anger in a bad way or a negative way means that you respond in a way that makes things worse for yourself and others. So Goose is going to explain to us about the good ways to be coping. And so some good ways of coping with anger is that you need to stop and think before you respond. Give yourself time to think about the best way to handle that situation. Reacting right away, and that can lead a poor choice. It can be a bad choice from that. The next one is removing yourself from the situation. If you feel that you wouldn't be able to remain calm, you can take a break, walk away from the situation if you need. Now, another thing is that telling the other people how they made you feel. Tell them why you're feeling hurt and what you might need them to do. Definitely next time. They might apologize to you. And try hard not to hurt your feelings in the future. And the next one is, we still have more. It's talking to someone about what you made you angry. You can talk about that. Maybe if they can help you to calm down, it can actually be helpful to hear from other people about how they would you handle the situation. And who you're talking to if you're feeling that way. So Anthony's going to go next, probably. Yes, ma'am. The next one is practicing relaxation to help your body calm down. Think about something that makes you calm. What are you using while you're doing some deep breathing? What is something you can think of that would help you feel relaxed? So, it's okay, but not really. And Goose is going to go. You listen to music or watching a movie or show, and this can help you take your mind off of they're making you feel the same way, and what is a song or show that make you want to be happy when you have to calm down like that. Exactly. Toot. Go ahead, Toot. Doing something physical. What are some of your energy by playing a sport or a game that you enjoy? What are some physicals that you would do? The next one is using positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is when you say or think things to yourself to help you feel better. What could tell yourself the next time you are feeling angry? So, and the other one is doing something different. If the way that you've been coping with anger keeps getting you in trouble, try and do something completely different and just once and see how it's going. Okay? Now we're going to talk about the bad ways, and the other side to be. The first one, is to respond as soon as you get mad. Respond right away when you end up getting mad, using lead to a wrong decision, and could give yourself time to cool off. The next one is saying or doing mean things to other person. This usually makes the other person angry and only makes the situation worse. So, and another one is using negative self-talk. It keeps you angry and can lead you to making a poor choice. What are some examples of negative self-talk? So you can pause the video and rewind and play that. So when you're ready for that. And hitting other people and destroying property. It is never okay to hit something or someone when you feel angry. You can seriously hurt yourself or the other person or getting into a big trouble. And the other one is not sharing your feelings. When you're mad, it is helpful to express your feeling rather than holding on to it. You can share your feeling with the other person or with a friend or adult. So now we're going to read some examples. So, and you can decide whether it's a person coping with theirs in a good or poor way. So, let's see if we can have a guess here. Oh, so first one. Kara and Tim, or Kara and Tina, are playing basketball together at the park. Kara wins the game and says, "Woohoo! I won! I'm the best player in the world." This makes Tina angry, so she punches Kara in the arm. They started fighting. There's gonna be some things that you can pause and rewind. What was Tina's anger button? What would you be? Would you have been mad in this situation too, or do you think she handles it in a good or poor way, and why? How could Tina have been coped with her anger? So pause the video for 5 minutes, for seconds, and play when you're ready. Okay, the next example. Zach hears that Linda is calling him names because behind his back. That makes Zach very angry. When he gets to class, he asks Linda if they can talk. Zach tells Linda that it hurts his feelings whenever she makes fun of him. Linda ends up apologizing to Zach and promises never to do it again. What is Zach's anger button? Would you have been mad in this situation too? Do you think he handled it in a good or poor way? Why? What might have happened if he handled it in a poor way? Pause the video for a minute and press play to go to the next one. Okay, next one. Ruth asks her sister if she can play with her toys. Her sister tells her, "No, I don't want to. I don't want you to get in your germs all over my stuff." Ruth gets very mad. She waits until her sister goes outside to play. Then she goes into her room and starts to destroy her toys. What was Ruth's anger button? Would you have been mad in this situation too? Do you think she handled it in a good or poor way, and why? How can Ruth have been coped with her anger? Pause and play to see, and for a minute. And now we're going to be talking about the anger rules. Remember, it's okay to get angry, and it's all about you cope with it. And before deciding how you handle it, remember the 3 anger rules. 1, don't hurt yourself. And the second one, don't hurt others. And 3, don't destroy property. And you have to use a coping skill instead. That's right. You guys, good job, Goose. Good job, Anthony. Good job, too. Aiden, Millie, Jacob. Here's an activity for you guys. Get in together in groups and come up with a talk about anger and present it to the class. Make sure you show your characters coping with their anger in a good way. And the last thing we want to do. Thank you. Next, we're gonna use a feeling flips. Goose is going to talk about that, and a feeling that we're gonna be ready is angry. So if you see, that's the picture of it, and if you flip it, I'm gonna read that first one. I'm gonna read this. When I feel angry, I can take a deep breath, stay calm, count to 10, walk away, or listening to music. That's right. Okay. That's the end of our life lessons, and we will also continue until it goes forward. So, have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.